Hey, hey, ladies, Sandra, Carol, how are you? Good evening. The stream that I originally set up for this, guys, YouTube, YouTube just be trying my patience, really. I set it up and they told me, apparently, the way I set it up, I mistakenly put, I mistakenly put, a guest was coming, and since I did it in literally 5 seconds, I didn't get a chance to invite someone. But yeah, I how's everyone? Good evening. I hope you are all doing well. For those of you who celebrate, happy VE. Should I say happy VE Day? Is that insensitive? It's a celebration of people who sacrificed themselves for God and country. So if you celebrate, if you have family members who died during the war, the Great War, the Second World War, all the wars, fought in do you know what I was gonna say fought in Europe, but let me extend it to see no, that one was something else. I don't know. Sandra, I'm a foreigner. I'm not British, I'm not European, so I just go with the flow. In Nigeria, I believe 1st of May is Workers' Day. I'm Nigerian for those of us that are new. Hello, everyone. Please send a heart in the chat. I hope you're all doing well. Today has been manic. I had to quickly do a very intense code change after getting into a mini debate with my principal. So that was painful. No, it is not a channel about the Holocaust. The hell? It is not a channel about the Holocaust. Where did you get that from? Okay, yeah, but yeah, cool. That's interesting, Tebs. Yes, Sandra. Yeah. I mean, we use it as Workers' Day. It's nice to see Tebs in South Africa also uses it as Workers' Day. Yeah, white point. Wrong one. Let me just quickly. How's everybody doing? Oh, thank you. For those of us that are blind, and I'm also using it to hide the bags under my eyes because I do not wear makeup. Not that I can't, I just can't be bothered. Yeah, and I've had a long day, so I use it to hide my eyes that are sunken. So yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you're all having a good day. I hope. Oh, hello, Germany. Hi, hi, gentleman from Germany. Lovely to meet you. Welcome to my. I don't think I've seen you before, but yeah, welcome to my channel. It's so nice to have everybody here. I'm surprised how many people are actually engaging in the chat. I hope you're all doing well. Good. So this evening, you know what I wanted to do, guys. Ideally, I'm going to start with pedo Andrew. For those of you who had a chance to see my video that I posted early this morning, I didn't get a chance to do a reaction to it because I was going straight into work. And you know what? I didn't want my reaction to kind of distract from the messaging behind it. Now it shocked me this because I thought it had like, 6 million views on Twitter, a number of people were liking it. But you know the funny thing, guys, nobody is talking about it. Unsurprisingly, I haven't heard anything from the press, from the mainstream. Yeah, I haven't heard anything from the press. I've not heard anything from mainstream, which just goes to show. And I don't know, what do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Do you think the British press tries to protect Andrew? Because they do drag him a lot, though. At least I think they drag him on just about the same. Okay, I wouldn't say on the same level as Harry and Meghan, but they drag him. So it's hi Mashar, how are you? Welcome to my live chat. Nice to meet you. White Points, this is a vlog. Well, yeah, so we talk about Harry. I'm an engineer. So although we tend to talk about Harry and Meghan a lot, I will have some engineering content coming out shortly. I got a bit distracted with work and my brain can only do so much. But I'm doing an Azure Function app ETL pipeline engineering thing. I'm not gonna do it live. I'll just post it in the chat. But yeah, guys, please continue to like, share, subscribe. My engagement is quite significantly low, compared to the previous month. Is the reason why I have to put the membership up so that sorry, put the membership option there so I can make a little bit more money. But yeah, I don't know why the engagement is like I know I'm getting my viewership is my subscribers are growing steady, okay, but the viewership is down. I appreciate it's not the best produced video, bear with me, but I'm hoping as I diversify into more content I will get more. Yeah, as I diversify my content I will get more. But yeah, so we're talking about the pervert, our royal pervert, Randy Andy. And you know what? I don't want to diminish anything. I don't want to diminish what he's being accused of because that's terrible, right? That's absolutely awful. The fact that it was verified that he sexually assaults young girls, I mean, that's disgusting, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play the video because do you know why I'm doing it that way, guys? The engagement on that video is 400 views, and I'm like, nah, Andy is very lucky because today quite a lot of things have been announced in the world. We have the new pope being announced. We have what else do we have going on? Bank of England has given us the most useless rate decrease. Is just there's quite a lot going on in the world, and of course the UK US trade deal. So you see that trending on social media more than the fact that somebody has actually come out to say Andy is guilty. He is guilty. I don't want you guys to diminish this in any way because a lot of people are saying, oh, well, we knew this before. Nah, no, we didn't. What? There was still enough vacuum for Andy to say, and for people who want to defend Andrew to say, well, he's not been convicted of any crime. It's a he said, she said thing. And for the assholes who call Virginia Giuffre a whore, saying that she was a sex worker, which you'll be surprised. The amount of women that say that is pathetic, by the way. Wow, thank you. Oh no, thank you. That's so kind. Guys, please shout out to Chiwem. Wait, let me see. Oh wow. Chimwemwe Misika. You are so lovely. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate you. I wouldn't be encouraged to do this without the engagement you give me. I feel like for many of us, we formed a little cute community. And I am so grateful for the very little the small you can donate. I appreciate every penny. And you know what, even beyond the money, like just coming here and spending time with me so we can discuss and keep it real. Because what I find, a lot of people that are pro Sussex, God bless them, they do their best, but I think it's only one or two that I find that they feel the passion some of us are feeling about it. Like they are still very, and I know why they have to be that way because not everybody likes a passionate screaming person on the internet. I get it. I get it. But like, I think my frustration with what the Sussexes are going through and the racism generally of not just the British media but the British royal family and how they keep pretending like this is not happening, that really pisses me off, guys. It really frustrates me. It really, really frustrates me. I find, and let me speak on Commonwealth, I find the Commonwealth an affront and an insult. I'll just say it. I don't care about your thoughts on it. Some people, for whatever reason, will support this nonsense. It is an affront to all of us that are part of it, whether we are willingly in or not. Because let's be honest, guys, what do we gain from it? What are we gaining? It's not as if you're part of the Commonwealth, you get special trade deals. It's not as if a lot of people tend to migrate from the Commonwealth to the UK. It's not as if they treat us with respect. It's not as if we get any type of, mature consideration, guys. They are very disrespectful to us. Highly disrespectful to us. right? And look at the king. The king can barely stand to shake hands with black people. He's talking. I will play the video. He's talking head Tom Sykes went online to say, Willie. I mean, with no embarrassment whatsoever, guys, to say that well, Charles doesn't like visiting Africa anyway. He only prefers India. What the actual f? I mean, that is how much the West disrespects Africa. The fact that he was comfortable saying that, nobody pushed back. I don't even get me started to the things they were saying when Meghan and Harry went to Nigeria. It was so rude and disrespectful that ideally, and if Nigerians had a good ambassador, we would be demanding an apology. But because Nigerians don't have a good ambassador, well, they can say anything they like. So it's kind of like I don't know what the value of the Commonwealth is. It's a disgrace, and anything. I am not arrogant enough to think that I can get us out of there. But trust I will do my part to ensure that we can get out of that mess. Good. So I'm going to start with Andrew. For those of you who may not have seen the video, I think by now many of us would have seen that video. So I'm going to quickly play. Yeah. Wow, there are a lot of trolls here. I'm just seeing them all. Oh my god, let me get rid of them. Remove. Guys, bear with me with the trolls. I'm just getting online. Let me just get rid of the trolls. I would love to get a moderator, but that costs money. But I'll figure it out. Bear with me. Yeah. Mashara, yes, I definitely will find a way to get rid of the trolls. Bear with me. I'm getting there. So I'm going to start off by playing, for those of you who may not have heard the video, let me quickly play the video. Bear with me so we can hear it together. I still cannot believe. It's so audacious, guys. It's really audacious. Let me quickly play the video. Please feel free to engage in the chat. I'm just trying to get the video on. I had it on here. I don't know what happened. Oh yeah, my screen locked me out because I was talking too much. Let me play it for you. And I will also organize my stuff. I'm going to do that this weekend into playlists. So those of you that are new to my channel, because once I start posting other things, I know I don't want people to not be able to find the Harry content and the Meghan content and get lost in the weeds. So I'm going to play the video now, guys. So let's listen to this nonsense together. And I did a big thing in the Daily Mail saying that I believed in him. And then I found out he was lying. Really so there's John Bryan has been a close confidant to the British royal family for a long time. He worked for Queen Elizabeth II, was, quote, best friends with Princess Diana, and had a long-term intimate relationship with the Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson. According to Bryan, he practically raised Sarah Ferguson's children, the princesses Beatrice and Eugenie. And Bryan said that he maintained a friendship with Ferguson's husband, the Duke of York, Prince Andrew. Oh, we like your story. So my story. Like I've been so famous at times when I was on the front page of every newspaper. And because I was working with Queen, you know, she was this. I was working all family with Diana, my best friend, and I met Duchess of York.
Those were my children. Those were my kids. I raised them day to day. I was father to them. Prince Andrew's connection to Jeffrey Epstein emerged in 2010 when photos showed them walking together in New York's Central Park. Epstein had already been convicted in 2008 of procuring a 14-year-old girl for prostitution. In 2014, a woman named Virginia Giuffre alleged in a Florida court filing that Jeffrey Epstein paid her to have sex with Prince Andrew when she was 17, a minor. On April 25th, a few weeks ago, Giuffre died by, quote, suicide. Prince Andrew denied Giuffre's sex abuse allegations in a now infamous 2019 BBC interview.
She said she had sex with you 3 times, once on his private island in a group of 7 or 8 other girls.
No.
No to all of it.
Absolutely no to all of it.
The interview was a public relations disaster for the royal family and prompted the Queen to strip Prince Andrew of his royal duties. In the aftermath of that interview, the prince sought advice from a longtime royal family confidant, John Bryan.
Oh, very good. Oh, no, when I was, we go up dinner at his house. We have dinner at my house. We see his kids. So then, we go on holiday. We sell the France. And I get a big property, like 10 acres, right here in Central Bay, right? You know, nobody has 10 acres. I'm on the biggest property, beautiful house. And I rent it so it gets privacy. Right? There's a paparazzi everywhere. There's hundreds. And not 20. Hundreds.
And this is already one of Prince Andrew.
Yes, yeah, he's out on that. He was in the Navy. He was 250 days at sea. That was awesome.
2 weeks after Prince Andrew's BBC interview, John Bryan was brought to the Royal Lodge where Prince Andrew lives to offer crisis management advice. According to the Telegraph, the meeting was conducted discreetly. At the royal residence, Bryan observed that Prince Andrew was visibly distressed and struggling to focus, reportedly unable to concentrate for more than 40 minutes at a time due to the strain he was under. As reported in the Daily Mail, John Bryan constructed a 5-page document emphasizing that Prince Andrew should publicly show empathy for Epstein's victims. Back in November 2022, Bryan publicly stated that he believed Prince Andrew was innocent of the claims made against him related to the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking scheme. Now, in our exclusive hidden camera undercover footage, John Bryan reveals for the first time that Prince Andrew did in fact have sex with underage girls.
What's your age?
Other girls. I was so pissed about that. I was really pissed because he lied to me about Epstein. Yeah. No, I knew he saw it. He lied to me that he was such a close friend. I was so wrong. And I did a big thing in the Daily Mail saying that I believed in him. And then I found out he was lying. I was so embarrassed.
Now, our newsroom has some concerns about where this investigation is headed and who may be implicated. But our only motivation in doing these stories is the public's right to know. And if this report and our subsequent reports shine a light into darkness and expose evil, then we are willing to take the risks. At the end of the day, child victims of Jeffrey Epstein need to be protected. And the people involved need to be held accountable by law enforcement immediately. Without accountability, our notion of freedom is just an illusion. We're going to be breaking our next stories exclusively at O'KeefeMediaGroup.com. You may see this Project Veritas sign behind me. Stay tuned for next week.
Yep. Guys, I don't want us to lose sight of this. I know that the Pope has been announced. Shout out to sorry, I didn't let me remember who's told me. Bear with me. I'm looking at three screens, guys. Bear with me. The Pope has been announced. Let me go back to my channel and shout out to who told me just now. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Lana, really? Do you have the person's name? Do we have a video? Because I'm still going to react to it, of course. Wow. Mess. This is a mess. If you have a video, let's react to it. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, what happened to Virginia Giuffre? And let me give you guys context on why I am not stopping this. Because Virginia Giuffre is dead. Now, I know many of us are thinking she was Diana, as they said in the chat, or were thinking that the royal family in some way, shape or form had something to do with it. And I have no doubt in my mind, but will we ever get proof? I have no idea. And I don't want us to turn into a channel where we just spread conspiracy theories, or in as much as I would prefer to have evidence. And this is part of the reason, guys, why I brought up this video, because I'm like, we start collating the evidence. So when we say that we know Andrew is a pedo, we're not saying it because we're cruel. We're not saying it because we're trying to get one back at the Windsors because of what happened to Harry and Meghan. No, there is actual evidence. And the beauty of this video, a lot of people have come out to say, well, we already knew. I'm like, no, we didn't actually. Like I said, there was a vacuum of doubt. Because a lot of people would have said, yeah, and I kind of agree. Just because he paid off Virginia £12 million doesn't mean, approximately, allegedly, from the Queen, it doesn't indicate guilt. It could very well just be he didn't want the mess. His mother is old. He didn't want to, because once they start doing discovery, don't forget, guys, things they probably didn't even know about Randa's disgusting ass will probably start coming out, and he didn't want that. So I can understand why the 12 million had to go. But now that they've started exposing people, and guys, there's something I forgot to tell you. Did you, according to, shout out to Kia on Twitter, did you know that John Bryan, the guy in the video that was talking about Andrew and being his crisis manager, guys, this was the guy that was sucking Fergie's toes. And this was before my time, but anyway, an article came out apparently in the 90s when Fergie was having her affair on Andrew. Apparently that was the guy sucking the toes. His name was John Bryan. So it's very interesting to me that the John Bryan who was sucking Fergie's toes was the person that was helping him out with his crisis. What? Like, what is that?
We've come to.
Yeah, Sandra, that's the tea. The tea is that same John Bryan. Don't worry, after this live, I will do a quick recap on this, and I'll post the lady on Twitter that put it. She put the article from the Sun paper. He was sucking Fergie's toes. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, how is the person that was sucking Fergie's toes your crisis manager, Andrew? It's a mess. It's like it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. Hi, Reba. Thank you very much, Reba. Yes, he did. I have no doubt in my mind he did. It's a mess. So we're going to put that on the board, yeah, that Andrew is a pedo. Andrew, you are a pedo. And now we have people coming out and saying it. So the person that released this bombshell, because let's keep it 100, guys, this is not coming out in mainstream media. I haven't seen, I've been checking. This O'Keefe people, the James O'Keefe, I'm not saying they're not some centrist left-wing person. They are very much right-wing. It wouldn't surprise me if they bash Meghan, to be honest, because that's what the right-wing does for engagement now. But apparently on his website, he's going to be, this ties into the whole Epstein list. If you recall, one of the things that Trump lied about when he got into power was he was going to release the Epstein list. So I think when it finally came out, it was heavily redacted. I didn't bother looking into that nonsense. There are people who are better equipped to walk you through it. So I believe this O'Keefe guy has decided to build his own media platform, and in order to do that, he is actively attacking. He's using. Hi Jojo. Oh, hi Sonia. Thank you so much. Shout out to you guys. Yes, yes. So yeah, they're using what was I just saying now? Yes, he's using his own personal platform in the chat. I will see. I mean, if more videos come out again as it pertains to Andrew, trust I will post it. But the whole thing is a mess, guys, an absolute mess. Andrew, right now, in my personal humble opinion, should be interviewed by the Met Police. I posted this video on TikTok and I tried to tag the Met Police, but they are probably tired of being tagged. I couldn't tag them. He should be under investigation. No other person will be getting this type of cover. Are you kidding me? This, I mean, next to Ghislaine Giuffre and what's his name? Sorry, Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein. Andrew is the third most popular person involved in that pedo ring. And for some reason, he's sitting down comfy in his 12 million pound lodge. If you check some of my older videos, I posted a picture of the lodge Andrew is enjoying himself in at our expense. I know they were saying, he's no longer funded by the taxpayers. Who do you think is paying for his security? Now, the BS is, yeah, the Met Police. Yeah, I know, but still, the BS is, oh, well, Charles is paying for his brother, is not a taxpayer. I'm like, you say that, but didn't you also just say that the Ravec security Andrew is enjoying, it wasn't possible for Harry to pay for it privately? So how can Charles pay for it privately? So and we know that Andrew has Ravec security. So again, taxpayers are paying for a pedo to be enjoying his 12 million pound lodge on our expense. If you recall, there was this King Charles through the media was trying to bully Andrew into moving into Frogmore, and he said over his dead body. I don't know what suddenly happened, why that suddenly died away. I'm guessing somebody said it in the chat. I completely agree. Andrew has something on them, obviously, and they're trying to avoid it coming out. Because after Harry spoke his mind, who didn't do 1/5 of the shenanigans that Prince Andrew has done, by the way? After Harry spoke his mind, I think they're probably scared that if Andrew decides to go nuclear on the royal family, we might as well, burn. Zandile, hi, I love your name. I agree. That's possible too, sis. That's very possible too. I didn't even think of that, frankly. Thank you for that. That's a good shout out. Let him write. You know what? Because I'm messy, let him write the book. I will do a live and we will sit down here and we'll look at the highlights. I'm sure it will be utter and complete nonsense. But if he's going to expose his useless brother, I'm up for it. I don't have any sympathy for these people. The only people that I have any bit of sympathy for, and I know it's a bit controversial, are the Windsor children. Speaking of the Windsor children, I saw a very interesting article about this today. But before I get into the Windsor children, because I know we've already covered, I don't want us to be rehashing old stuff. I'm going to play a video, which I'm also going to post on my channel and react to. Our favorite miserable old crone, Carol Malone. Again, Carol Malone is what, 70 something, 80 something? Can you imagine being a gossiping biatch since the 80s? It is 2025. You are still a gossiping biatch. You haven't changed. You haven't evolved. You are still bullying and harassing the same people. And it's just a mess. I don't know why these people are not embarrassed. How can you be alive for almost 80 years and you still don't know how to... Kensington Karen. You mean Kate? Please. You know, let me say that true. Yes, if Kate, do you know what? I'll be very honest. I'll be very honest. If not for Megan, I never paid attention to Kate, guys. I knew what she looked like, obviously, because they kept on inundating us with her image. I never paid attention to her. I didn't take it. It's so interesting to me how the royal family were basically like, they are there, they are there, but you don't pay any attention to them. They were like at the peripheral of my eye. I didn't think of them unless I happened to see them on TV, and even then I just changed the channel. I was looking forward to them just going away and just ignoring them. So Megan, honestly, they should be, personally to me, they should be sending Megan baskets every day, because I would never ever have given them more than 0.000000000000001% of my attention, if not for Duchess Megan. Let's just keep it 500%. I mean, Megan, they should be thanking her, really, because that woman, for better or worse, has given them the relevance they have not enjoyed since Queen Diana passed on. Now, let me quickly play a video for you of that biatch, Carol Malone. Let me just play the video. Can you guys hear it? No, you can't. Let me see if I can cast it. Let me see if I can cast it. There's no sound. One sec. Mess. Every time I hear from Carol Malone, I get this weird tension headache. She's just a mess, that woman. Never has anything useful to say. Hateful, nasty. You're almost 70. There's no maturity. You haven't grown. You are literally staring death in the eye. You don't want to be a better person, clear your name, leave a good legacy. You're just going on saying terrible things about people. Let me just play Carol. I tried to play it just now. The sound didn't come up. Give me one sec, guys. Then we're going to talk about I didn't realize that Kate and William did a Caribbean tour a few years before that fiasco that happened a few years ago. I had no idea. Again, I don't pay attention to these people. I don't know how they didn't notice that how they treated Meghan would make people not want them again. I mean, like, guys, can you imagine being in a system and you really don't know anything about how the world operates? That's madness to me. I mean, who is working for them saw how Meghan was treated and thought they would go to a black country? I mean, it is the audacity. I can't get over it, guys. Okay, I'm about to play Carol Malone. Apologies in advance. Let me play her. I want you guys to listen to this garbage.
I'm just saying, kids in school now are taught to hate this country. They're taught that it's imperialistic, it's racist, it's nasty.
No. I'm sorry. There is a difference between being honest about one's past, which is actually, I would argue, a prerequisite for patriotism, because patriotism shouldn't be about lying about your country. It should be about having an honest, full, open appraisal of the things that have been good in your past and things that have been bad. Saying that everything Britain has ever done have been brilliant, that's just a lie. It's not patriotic.
We tend to hear more about the colonialism and the slave trade, but not the fact that we ended the slave trade and the Britain's enormous role in the Industrial Revolution, which was wonderful and brought work.
Well, look, I mean, on the slavery thing, I think it is when people say that we were the first to end the slave trade. Okay, but we were also participants in it for a very, very long time.
So was all the world, Jonathan. So was the rest. Name me a country back in the 1800s that wasn't participants in the slave trade. That's what happened. The biggest slavers are some of the black Africans themselves.
All I am saying is that Britain did not cover itself in glory for many
years. I'm just saying, kids in school now are taught to hate this country. Yes.
And the slave.
Did you guys hear that? Sorry. I mean, Carol Malone's a bitch. I was calling her a biatch because I was trying to be nice. That woman is just a straight bitch, frankly. What do you, she's saying that, kids in this country, aka we all know she's referring to white kids. White kids are being taught to hate this country, and I'm like, what? Did you guys hear what she just said? Because it was her. It was, of course, it was her talking. And then even the stupid man that was saying, oh, with colonialism, we also brought the extension to that was with colonialism they brought sanitation.
So let's talk now to
They brought sanitation, guys. They brought sanitation to us blacks. They brought sanitation. They brought, what else did they even say? They brought education. What? Because we blacks were not educated. We didn't know how to clean ourselves before our colonial masters came along. I wish somebody posted something on Twitter, and I agree. I wish Megan was Nigerian. I wish it was me. Because you see me, I will burn it all to the ground. I'm like, nah, screw that. I will burn it. I will not go quietly. You'll be. I will burn it all to the ground, guys. By the time I'm done, Commonwealth will cease to exist. Commonwealth will cease to exist. But yeah, it's all good. So I just wanted to share that very quickly because Carol Malone is a fool. And yeah, I was also going to talk about this. Sophie Chandaka, Sentabali. So I gave that a bit more time because I was actually waiting for the charity commission so I could flame Sophie Chandaka more than I'm already doing, right? I really wanted the commission to come out, but I decided that shout out to NforNneka, who is incredible. She's put this piece that I would love to share with you guys. I don't know who that woman is because it's obviously a black woman. Whoever she is, I want her to do so well. I wish her all the best. That woman is a star. Let me get the Sentebale update, guys. It's a mess. So, for those of you who might be new to the whole Sussex squad, Sophie Chandaka is the black woman who decided that she wanted to be, disappointingly, there will be some of us, people of color, who, for some reason, don't understand their place in this world and think that by playing the right-wing game, they are going to get something, forgetting that they are just giving plausible deniability to people who hate us to feel comfortable to say the things that they actually are thinking, but may not be comfortable saying in public. Anyway, Sophie Chandaka is the CEO of Prince Harry's Sentebale charity. Now, was it, my God, time has really gone, guys. In April, was it April? Yeah, it was April. Either late March, early April, around that time. Sophie Chandaka came. Oh, yes. She decided to be a pick-me black. One of those ones. Sophie Chandaka came online to cry and moan and complain that Harry was setting her up, that she experienced misogyny and misogynoir. I still can't believe she did that. I mean, did she think nobody was going to check? I still don't understand where that was going. Now, some of us have theorized, including me, that because one of the new board people, Ian Rawlinson, used to be the CEO of whatever charity Prince William, I don't even remember the name, Prince William had in Africa. This was a coordinated attempt by Prince William to sabotage Harry's charity. Now people are going to come into my chat and say they disagree. I don't think so. So let me read shout out again to NforNneka for always giving us, you know what, I wish I could be like NforNneka. Lovely, detailed, clean, beautiful newsletter. When I post the recap of the live, I'll post the link. So this is the name of the article: Staff Layoffs and Trustee Resignations Expose Sentebale's Internal Chaos. The last time I posted an update on this woman, there were currently only 2 members on the board: Ian Rollin and one lady called Bhakti something. I'm not sure how long she's going to be there. Sentebale, the charity co-founded by Prince Harry and Prince Siso, is now facing deeper scrutiny following the emergence of alleged official terminal letters issued to staff. They started laying off staff, guys. The letters dated April 2nd, 2025, confirmed Sentebale terminated employees due to a lack of funding and broader operational constraints. This development preceded the Charity Commission's decision to launch a regulatory compliance case into Sentebale's governance, administration, and management as concerns grew over financial decisions made under interim board chair Sophie Chandaka. Again, shout out to Dr. Catherine Lefoto. I think she's also from Lesotho. Her neck. Okay. Her shoe has remained on Sophie's neck, and I love that for Sophie. So, wow, this lady really posted. Wow. So, I'll post this on the Dr. Lefoto said, I have carefully steered clear of criticizing the actions of Sentebale executives until now. But this is upsetting. Is it true that you threatened people with legal action? Should they disclose you have terminated their employment, ladies? We see you. She now went to post the actual letter. Oh my God. It's a mess. This Catherine lady does not play. And I'll post it in the recap video. In the chat, this is the literal letter from Sentebale. Termination of employment, retrenchment due to operational requirements. What? I refer to employee consultations and engagement processes that took place on the 24th and 28th of March 2025, respectfully, and your participation therein. As part of this process, having also taken into account the submission of certain proposals by yourself, Sentebale has considered all possible alternatives to retrenchment, and unfortunately, Sentebale as a charity organization depends on donor funding, which at the present moment it does not have. Regrettably, this letter serves to confirm that your contract of employment with Sentebale is terminated on the basis of lack of funding and also due to operational requirements. Let me remember, guys, when did Harry resign? Was it in April? Let me check. Can't remember. That's what I'm saying. The news is moving so quickly. You barely take a moment to breathe before something new happens. Let me check when Prince Harry. Let's get the dates. When did Harry resign? I'm trying to get the date. I can't remember anymore. Bloody hell. I think it was early March. I'm getting the exact same date. Bear with me, guys. Just bear with me. Let me get the exact same dates. It was in March. I'm trying to get the exact dates, but he stepped down in March. I believe it was either early to mid-March, and the letter I just read to you was sent to employees on the 28th of March. And you know what's so interesting about this, guys? This Sophie Chandaka cannot say Harry was the reason and his toxicity was making it impossible for them to get funding. So I would assume that if Harry stepped down when he said he did, which was early March, why is she getting rid of people on the 28th of March? Harry was the problem, right? He stepped down. So I imagine the barrier to funding is gone. So they should have been flooded with money, or at least one person would have said, you know what, Harry is gone, let's send you money. So it's interesting to me. Harry resigned about early to mid-March, and she sent a letter literally the 2nd of April saying that she's going to retrench staff. Is Sophie Chandaka not a joker? Now let's go back to the NforNneka article that we were reading. This whole thing is a mess. Okay, let me check. The termination letter, I'm continuing, signed by Interim Executive Director Didi Moroka and Country Director Boitumelo, Lethoba, cite donor funding as the main reason for retrenchment. The document states that staff participated in engagement sessions in March and that leadership explored alternatives to layoffs. Ultimately, the organization could no longer meet its obligation due to limited financial support. This one is a snake. Oh, thank you, Lakiva. Exactly. Right. It's like I am NforNneka are sharing the same brain. This direct admission contradicts early public messaging from Chandaka and her supporters, who claimed the charity was on strong footing without its founders. Clown! Social media buzzed with speculation that her family had become one of Sentebele's top 3 donors. Apparently, they hadn't. The new evidence tells a different story, one of rapid decline and internal collapse. I wish Harry could sue this woman when he's done. Legal threats and consultant spending raise new alarms. Interesting. Sources close to former staff allege that employees were warned not to speak about terminations or risk legal action. These claims, though not yet confirmed publicly by Sentebale, have amplified public outrage. Critics argue that such threats, if true, betray the charity's mission indeed to serve vulnerable communities and promote accountability. Public trust further eroded after financial documents showed between June 2023 and January 2025, Sentebale spent $425,000 on consultants. Guys, I put a video talking about the consultancy that she used. That lady deleted her Instagram. Among the recipients were firms and individuals tied to Chandaka, including former colleagues and past business partners. While staff faced layoffs under banner of fiscal austerity, Chandaka reportedly, guys, don't forget, she demanded a salary package in excess of £300,000 for what had been a non-paid voluntary role. These revelations continue to fuel fallout across the organization. Trustee resignations and co-founder decisions to step down in solidarity have escalated tensions over the direction of governance under Chandaka's chairmanship. As Sentebale public image unravels, observers now question the role of UK regulators exactly and whether donors will ever regain confidence. What do we say to that? I said it before, I'll say it again. If it was a private company, I will mock Sophie, but I will ignore her because companies can be messy and they're working on profits. But this is a non-profit for a charity that was doing good. And Sophie has not only destroyed the charity, she has killed its public reputation. Now, I wonder how this is the thing I will say. before Harry can gain confidence back into this charity. It's going to be hard. Something that he started on behalf of his mother. I hope Harry can sue this woman. I really, really hope so. What do you guys think? Am I being harsh? I think she should be sued, frankly, for destroying this charity. I mean, who does that? Who goes into a charity and destroys it? What is wrong with you? And the audacity to ask for a £300,000 salary after crying misogynoir to get the job in the first place. Black women like that piss me off. Josh, how we get to work? You good? A mess. An absolute mess. I'm trying to see if I can get more tea on Sophie Chan, because there's something else I saw that I wanted to tell you guys about. Absolute. I really hope he sues her. Okay, nothing has come out from this heifer yet. And for people that are coming into people that are falling for the people that were falling for the misogynoir racism thing, because I certainly did not. Harry was in Vegas a few days ago, wasn't he? Doing good work for his mother. Have you guys noticed that it's always Harry that we hear doing something for Diana? Never William. Why? Please feel free to let me know your thoughts in the chat. Why is it always William doing something for Diana, but never, ever, ever William? Why is that? Why is that, guys? Because they always like to remind... I never hear William talking about his mother. Do you know what I think? Do you know what I think? I think William disliked his mother. I think William disliked his mother. I think he disliked her. But in a way, I'm going to be very controversial and say that I don't really blame him, and I'll tell you why. William was grown up enough to see his mother go through a lot of turmoil. I don't know if this is true, but they were saying that Diana leaned quite heavily on William. And imagine you're young, right? And imagine you are a young person and you're growing up, and whatever the views that you had on your parents starts to unravel, and you're cast in this adult role to play comforter to your mom. Is the adultification of children, and I can see where the resentment comes from. Don't fight me in the chat, but I've seen something like this happen before. The adultification of kids by parents that are going through certain types of trauma. Am I saying that Diana was a bad person? No. Diana was a tragic character because she married so young to a man who didn't love her, who abused her emotionally, mentally, him and his ugly girlfriend. And by the time she could pick herself up again, I think she was a broken person. They scared her. I mean, I've seen it, Marsha. I'll take that person out. They scared her. And don't forget that they said that she couldn't keep her security if she took the children out. Sorry, she didn't have a right to take her children out of the UK. Yeah, but that's my point, Cynthia. This is me trying to humanize what William went through. Because again, as much as we love Diana, she was a young girl who got married. Hi, Rosa. She was a young girl who got married and was dealing with a terrible situation. She was mentally breaking down. And unfortunately, if what they said is true, she leaned quite heavily on her eldest, William. William got to see her have, let me remove the troll, got to see her have that mental breakdown, he got to see her suffer. And I think watching her go through that probably broke his love for his mom. I'm sorry, but it's true. This is part of the reason why I have a problem with the adultification of children. This was not the responsibility of her son. It was not the responsibility of her child to be dealing with whatever torment she was going through. It's honestly the whole Diana thing and the children is a deeply tragic story, deeply, because I believe, again, the PTSD of that trauma is what we are all getting to live with now. And this is why I personally think Charles does not love his children. I don't think he hates them, don't get me wrong, they're his blood. But I don't think I don't think he loves them the way he should. Does that make sense? Is the way Thomas Markle doesn't love Meghan the way he should? If the opportunity comes, he would throw them to the wolves. I believe in his own way. People think William is having a good old time of it. I don't think so. William never looks happy. He looks like he's going through hell. I don't know what's causing him that torment. It was fun to drag him and say maybe he's married. Maybe his marriage is not good. I don't know. I don't really care. Because the way he treated his brother is disgusting. But he doesn't look happy. And don't even get me started on Harry. Even though Harry is loved and is getting love from a woman who loves him, he's not happy, clearly, not being close to his family. This is still his family. Despite how they've abused him and continue to abuse him, he's still... And that's the tragedy of Harry's story. The tragedy of any child who loves their parents despite their parents not being capable of loving them back. And I think that's Charles's problem. I think Charles did his duty, had the kids, and emotionally detached himself from it. And that's a terrible thing to say, but it's true. Because a loving parent will not treat Harry and William how Charles has treated them. Absolutely. They wouldn't. And for those of you that are parents in my chat, I'm sure you agree with me. Just the idea of not giving your child security, not seeing your children's grandchildren. Can you think of something your child will do to you that will make that happen? And feel free to let me know in the chat. Maybe I'm being too kind about it. I don't have kids. Yeah. I don't know about that though. But again, like I said, we don't really see William talking about his mom. Let me see the chat. Oh yes, I agree. Look, people are going to come and fight me in my chat. I have no doubt in my mind Queen Elizabeth she's not innocent. And they just see a wizened old woman. They don't see her for what she is. I watch The Crown. I know what she's capable of. Yeah, if she could do that to her sister, Lizzie can go sit down somewhere, frankly. No shade, don't fight me. I'm just saying in relation to how she didn't do enough to protect her son. Sorry, her son, yes, Charles, who subsequently couldn't do enough to protect his own children. Charles and Harry, William and Harry. It's a very sad cycle, and I'm seeing the exact same thing happen with Charlotte, George, and Louis. But we'll get to that as we close. Let me just quickly play a video from Prince Harry's outing in Las Vegas.
Prince Harry is making his first public appearance after confessions about the royal family rift. The Duke of Sussex attends the ServiceNow's Knowledge 2025 conference in support of the Diana Award in honor of his mother, Princess Diana, in Las Vegas on May 6th. At the event, Harry takes to the stage to speak about seeing the impact the youth has had firsthand through his charitable endeavors. The Spare author's appearance comes 5 days after he lost his appeal to dismiss the UK government's prior decision to strip his security personnel. That same day, he shares candid insight into the role his years-long court battle played in the rift between him and his father, King Charles III. Harry explains to BBC during the May 2nd interview, "He won't speak to me because of this security stuff, but it would be nice to reconcile." He continues, "There is a lot of control and ability in my father's hands. Ultimately, this whole thing could be resolved through him, not necessarily by intervening, but by stepping aside and allowing the experts to do what is necessary and to carry on." However, a palace spokesperson disputed Harry's claims after the interview in a statement to E! News, saying, "All of these issues have been examined repeatedly and meticulously by the courts, with the same conclusion reached on every occasion."
Okay, I thought they were going to talk about, sorry. I thought they were going to talk about the Vegas event, like what he discussed. I know they released an article. Let me see. Let me see. I'm looking for Vegas. I don't want to read from the website. I thought there was a video. That's when I saw a video. And yeah, the woman, let me see. And for those of you that are saying Harry is misogynoir, let me show you something. The woman sitting next to Harry is a black woman, Tessie Ojo, Nigerian woman, and she is the head of, oh my god, I think the Diana Trust, the Diana Award Trust. So I don't understand the misogynoir that you're talking about. It's misogynoir, but he can hire black women to CEO his charity. Of which, how many black women do you know are being hired to CEO charity?
We're going to turn now to
How many black women are the Windsors interacting with? I've posted the video of Charles, royal racist clan member King Charles avoiding holding hands with a black person. Mess. And you look at Harry and think to yourself, because it's not just hiring somebody for diversity and inclusion, because some people do that, but actually giving them the space and the opportunities. That's rare, especially for people that grew up the way Harry grew up. Am I saying he's perfect? Anybody who has been on my page long enough has heard me drag him for his race, for his ignorant past. And you've heard me say that, look, even though I appreciate what he's done for Meghan, and I can empathize, and I have a lot of consideration for him, I'm not going to give him a free pass just because of Meghan's sake, right? I'm not saying I hate him, of course I don't, but I mean, if you look at the grand scheme of things compared to his brother and to the establishment, Harry has really tried to do better, and I'll never begrudge him that. Never. You are not the sum total of your past. How you choose to move in your future is what in your now and in the future is what really matters. And I think he's more than proved himself to be somebody who wants to do better. And I can't hate him for that. There was one more thing I was going to discuss before I ended the chat. Looking for that video, guys. Bear with me. It's so lovely seeing you guys engage in the chat. That's very, very nice. I'm enjoying it. I agree. If I don't have, like I said, I don't have kids. But if I had a child, Would I do something like that? I don't even, I can't even fathom it. I cannot fathom treating my own flesh and blood like that. King Charles is a funny. See, I told you, nothing about Andrew's pedo ass all over the internet. That's a shame. I was looking forward to drag. But they're still releasing videos, so it might very well be tomorrow we get something that we can drag Andrew for. And yeah. Yes. Let me see what's up in the chat. Let's have a quick look in the chat. Oh no, 58% of you said you will not be interested in joining my membership. Oh, bless you. People use membership to get some money because the ads are not paying what they used to, and also it will help improve the quality of the channel. We can have we can have lives like this. We can have longer videos. We can do proper memberships, but maybe that's not the best time. I'll still put so the so the membership I was thinking was maybe £2, $2, 2.99 as a start. And then we can kind of build our community from there. But let's see. Rosa Roberts, hello. Do they have to bring up court case? Hello, is there... Oh yes, I know. That's why I said let me know. I'm not gonna, again, I'm not gonna impose it on anybody. Like if you can't, that's okay too. But yeah, so what was I just saying now? Yes, Zandile, yes. The spare is to be the whipping boy of the main, which is why, I saw an article from Kesa Celebrity, Bitchy. She was saying that it's possible that Charlotte will be the spare, and I disagreed. I was like, no, not Charlotte. They won't go after, unless they are bastards. And let's be clear, it's not like they can't go after Charlotte. But I feel that Lewis is the one who's going to get it. What do you guys think? I think it's Lewis because they've already started. Charlotte is the serious one. You see her sitting straight, her spine back, her head straight. She's always pulling her brothers in line. And then you see Louis being cheeky, forgetting that Louis is 7 years old and is probably anxious. And again, while he probably understands, he may, to some extent, understand the pageantry. That child probably has no idea what the hell is going on. Something like, okay, you know how kids are. They're all kids. Anyway, I think, and this is, guys, somebody said something that was quite cryptic in the chat. On Twitter, they were saying that the reason why William and Kate are standing back is so that the kids can get the attention. And I'm like, no, don't do that. Because if you, Kate and William, refuse to work and the British press need to eat, and I showed you guys the engagement that Lewis was getting. Sorry, the stupid comments they were making about Lewis was getting. That I don't know no other person in the royal family gets that kind of engagement. So I was like, crap. Louis, I don't know. What do you? Maybe I'm panicking on behalf of Harry. I'm getting flashbacks, but the amount of engagement Lewis got for his for being a child, I can very easily see. Give it a few more. I was going to say a few more years, but if William and Kate are not able to drum up enough interest, and we all know they don't, they're going to start going to the kids. They're going to start going to the kids. They're going to start going to the kids, guys. Till as old as time. And don't forget, guys, the Daily Mail posted a picture of the behind head of Archie. Archie is not going to be spared either. They went to post an insane message saying that a Nostradamus what do you call these people? Psychic. They got a psychic, not to predict all the kids. Oh, no, specifically Archie and Lily. And that psychic was saying things like, oh, Archie is going to break from actual foundation. What? Archie, when he's a teenager, is going to be asking questions about why can't he see his grandfather. And Lily is going to be very diplomatic lady. And I was like, what the fuck? Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. What the F? I was like, you don't see these kids' faces. You've already started using them for articles. The pattern is growing, guys. And this is why I say, exactly, Cynthia. This is why I'm bringing it up. We couldn't do anything because we didn't have this platform when Harry was growing up. But now these kids are growing up because we all know the press is shameless. I believe it's up to the everyday person to start pushing back that absolutely not. The kids are off limit. Leave them alone. Stop engaging with content where they are using Harry's kids or even the Windsors. I know. But they are all kids. They're not any content that has to do with the kids. I don't engage unless I'm insulting the person that posted it. If it's a stupid comment, like that guy that posted meme in chief, I was like, excuse me, this is a child. Back off. We need to start pushing back. If we stop engaging with it, if we start one thing, even dragging the press, you're still engaging with it. I don't know if there's a way we can spread the word to everybody online. Anything that has to do with the kids, do not engage. Leave it alone. If they see it's not making money, they stop. But I don't think they will, because I don't think people will. I think people are genuinely fascinated about how the kids are growing up. Because of how the press reports it, they don't give them privacy. And shame on their parents too. William went through this stuff. It really surprises me how he is allowing his kids to be out there in the press like this. Is anybody else surprised? I know he doesn't like Harry, but William went through it too. So I'm a bit baffled that he's not doing enough to protect his children. Well, not my business. But yeah, like I said, I was really hoping that we would get more articles on Andrew, but because they're all being cowards. But I have a feeling some more will come out over the next few days. So to all the people that are coming into my chat and saying, oh, let us forgive and forget. Nah, F Andrew. I hope Andrew is sweating right now because of this John Byron, who was sucking Fergie's toes, came out while he was drunk, trying to impress some people to say that, he definitely pedoed. I hope he's sweating profusely right now, because the only reason Andrew is not getting mainstream attention is because I think they've intentionally chosen not to report it. But you can't stop the internet. If the internet keeps on growing fire, which I'm hoping it does, if more bombshell allegations come out from O'Keefe tomorrow, especially around this scrutiny with Epstein's list, Andrew, I don't know if the BBC can keep ignoring it, but let's see. It won't surprise me. They might. And yeah, I really enjoyed this live, guys. It was nice catching up with you. Does anybody have anything they want to add? Please let me know in the chat. I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover. The charity, I've covered that idiot Carol Malone, I've covered the Harry's Vegas trip, and I've also covered Prince Pedo Andrew's shenanigans. So yeah, tomorrow is a new day. I have a feeling we will hear some more from that O'Keefe guy over the next few days. And thank you all for voting on my poll about membership. I got the advice from, I think, Lorna. Bear with me if I missed. Let me check. I'll start a membership anyway. Start small, what you can afford. Please don't think if you don't join. Of course, you can still engage with us, but I'll still have lives. We'll still talk. But I think what I'll do is what the membership will get you is maybe longer lives, more deep dives. We can maybe even do something. We can do proper Q&As. If there are any questions you want us to talk about, any subject matters you want us to investigate and discuss together as if we're together, we will do that too. And of course, all this will fund into helping me get better equipment so I can make this more production fine for everyone and hopefully grow my channel. But yeah, guys, this was a fantastic conversation. I really enjoyed speaking with you all today. Thank you for indulging me, even though this was a last minute live. And yeah, I wish you all the best. Tomorrow is Friday, another short week. Oh, God, what a blessing. And yeah, take care of yourselves. For the Americans, good luck with Trump. Why? Don't worry, we are rooting for you. I laugh at you guys because you guys FAFO, not all of you, but some of you did. But the Pope is now American, so maybe Trump will calm down. Okay, fine, he won't, but well, one can hope. And yeah, guys, please continue to let me know your thoughts. Please continue to share my content. Please continue to engage with my content. The engagement helps me build the algorithm. And don't forget, what we are trying to do is flood the algorithm with pro Meghan, pro Harry content so that it can keep up with the nonsense, the lies, and the BS-free. I will get better cameras so that we can have a more professional look. I think people like that. I'm hoping once I start the recaps and the tech stuff, the audience will grow. But yeah, it's been very nice chatting with you all. Have a good one and take care. Good night. Bye. Bye, guys.